Before tech camp, I got the shocking and exciting news that my wife and I were to have our first child. A boy. Boy oh boy is right. When we met up at Pepperdine for the first time, Judy suggested that it would be fun to do parenting for my Learn Something New project. And to be more specific, I wanted to learn how to parent or take care of a newborn baby. Up to that point, I'd never changed a diaper, burped a baby, made one smile, rocked one to sleep, stopped one from crying, bathed one, or even taught them how to reach developmental benchmarks. I was a complete and utter novice. However, I was very fortunate to grow up in a large family. I had 3 brothers. I was the oldest, and the youngest is 7 years younger than me. Despite this family structure, I had no experience with newborns. As a matter of fact, even all my cousins on both sides of the family are all around the same age. My only real experience? 90s sitcoms.
Baby.
Where do we put the child?
The pot. Over here.
Whoa, Joey, this is a living thing. You don't just stick it in a pot. Use a meat rack.
I'm an idiot.
Come on.
Okay.
All right, good.
All right,
settle
great.
down here. There we go.
Are you gonna cook Michelle?
We're changing her diaper.
Oh, then how do you roast a turkey?
Of course, replacing a baby in a pot had no real relevance to what I was trying to learn. So what would any self-proclaimed techie do to start learning? Find an app for it. While waiting at doctor's appointments or running errands, I would always search the App Store for the latest and greatest in preparing a new dad for the big day. I did find a few favorites. Another favorite app for the iPhone was called Baby Bump. Some of you may have heard of this. For every step and every day of the pregnancy, I know in this one I'm at 284, but they have a different article for both moms and dads to read. Here's a particular article just for dads. This one says, "Just for dad, the time has come. How do you pack your wife and things for the hospital?" This one says, "How do you hold the baby?" So every single day I got a nice helpful hint of what to learn and what to do being a new dad. And this one is my favorite app. I've mentioned this to a few of you, but this is Zeit. I looked up a section called Parenting, and what it does is that it searches every single popular blog and article about parenting on the web. Here's an article that says, "How to Raise Good Kids, Celebrity Parenting, Advice You Can Use." So what I could do is on the top right corner, I could say, yes, I enjoyed reading this. And it tells me, do you want more of these? And I put yes for kids and yes for family. And eventually, they will give me more articles and blogs that are similar to them. To get even more specific and searchable information about parenthood, I would also take to the web. This definitely led to a cognitive overload. I stumbled upon forums, upon blogs, upon news articles about parenting, all with their own techniques and shouting to the hilltops that their method works. I remember browsing the forums during the first few weeks trying to figure out how to get the baby to stay asleep. Friends would forward me articles about tiger moms in China or French disciplinarians are the true way to parent. Here's a video about it.
Time now to take a look at a new book about to burn up the mommy blogs by arguing that all of us American parents should be more French. It's called Bringing Up Bébé, and it gently scolds us for spoiling our kids. Nightline's Juju Chang got the tip. She joins us now. They're probably right?
I suspect so, George. We don't just spoil our kids, we spoil them rotten, according to this new book, by hyper-parenting and making our kids the center of our world.
But nothing would stick. There was just too much. I needed more of an active approach to learning. 2 weeks before the due date, my wife and I took classes at the local Kaiser Permanente, one on labor and delivery and the other on the basics of caring for a newborn during the first month. Here is me learning how to swaddle and cradle a baby. But TV, internet, apps, nor workshops could not have prepared me for the real thing. On December 20, during a routine appointment, my wife went into labor. I wasn't ready yet. The whirlwind of pre-delivery routines were swirling around, and before you knew it, Edgar III, or Trey, was here. I could still remember the nurse presenting him to me saying, "Here's your son." Of course, I don't remember any of the websites or training at that moment. We did have blessings on our side, though. We had both of our parents and a grandparent locally who practically guided us and told us what worked on us when we were babies. We had coworkers out of everywhere telling us about how to feed and how and when to change them. We had friends and family who were nurses and doctors and deal with babies on a daily basis. All of a sudden, the learning approach shifted to one of situated learning, first proposed by Levin Wenger in a community of practice. All these friends and family who have done this before were masters, while we were just apprentices. They would often take or maybe steal Trey, and we would be led by socializing, visualizing, and even imitating how they would hold the baby, talk to the baby, or feed the baby. My wife and I were lucky to have a built-in community of practice. And this community has taught me so much. I've learned when to change his diaper so that he doesn't pee on me. I've learned when to feed him so he doesn't spit up. I've even learned a special way to bounce him so he doesn't cry. As for discipline, well, let's just say I don't have the heart to be a tiger mom yet. If I could go back in time and do this again, I should have jumped straight into more of a constructivist or situated learning approach to learning how to care for a newborn. I had no local friends with babies to practice on, but maybe I could have babysat a newborn to prepare for the real thing. But then again, I would not have had the foundational knowledge from the cognitive learning of books and websites. I learned that true learning, particularly in parenting a newborn, results from a collection of media consumption, mentoring, and I'd like to say trial by fire. I truly have enjoyed every minute of this, and hopefully he can watch this someday and laugh at me. Thank you all for watching.